Hey, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm re-recording this section because, well, the emulator messed up and I lost my save file, and I know I don't need to re-record it, but the original was kind of crappy, so yeah. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will now show the court. I still fail at reading, even though I'm doing this twice. Yeah, I figured I'd do it again, because I really didn't know what I was doing last time, and I do this time, because this is my third time through this today. Yeah. I see. Very well, I would like to on to the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. I wonder who... Detective Gumshoe. Haha. He's always the first witness in cases with Edgeworth in it, as far as I can remember. I might be wrong. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employees area. The actors that run through their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 PM on that day. Eating donuts, she was. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is where the scene of, this is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant, Penny Nichols, is her name. Gumshoe. It's only polite to use people's names. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 PM, the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 PM. Oh god, this is so long-winded. Jesus. Okay. Yeah. The time of death was 2:30 PM. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? No, please don't. No, do not. Skip it. Yeah. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. You know, for filming a kids show, it's sort of strange that they would use, you know, dangerous spears. I mean, it's only supposed to be a prop, isn't it? What did the security lady at the guard station see? And she's going to be our next witness. Joy. Oh, joy. Windy old bag. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. God, old bag, no. Don't have... I don't need you to be all lovey-dovey with Edgeworth. It seems Edgeworth has a lot of trouble getting witnesses to say their names. Wendy, old bag. Why am I using Detective Gumshoe's voice for old bag? I don't know. And I'm not reading that. Totally, you can shut up now. Please, someone, thank you. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. That's almost as effective as objection. That was objectionable. Actually, it was more effective because the judge went with us. Okay. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder. You say. Yes, say. What the heck? What? Anyway, you know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. A witness's account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. Who's that now? It was Powers. How about a glaring contradiction right there? You saw the defendant there, It's very obvious what that contradiction is, don't you think? No? No? Yes? I don't know. You know, it would be much better if I could do this with a stream with people who haven't played this before. Instead, I'm recording the game for people who have played it before. Joy! Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Blah, 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 blah. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Yeah. You saw someone. It was Powers. And no, it wasn't. It was the Steel Samurai. Let me get this straight, old bag. I mean, Ms. Old Bag. Not really much of a difference there, but okay. But talking about the man in the photo, aren't you? Sorry. Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. Aha. That is not Jack Hammer. No, it's the Steel Samurai. It's not Will Powers. Jesus, Jack Hammer was the bloody victim. Idiot. Anyway. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, that's, the Steel Samurai. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai, but that does not mean that Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Yeah, she thinks that everything on TV is real. Absolutely. Oh, right. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. That's a little bit obvious. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in the photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. Why didn't you just give us the proof to begin with? Even Edgeworth looks surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. It's a court of law, you're supposed to tell everything. Anyway, show that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even take a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear your proof, then. The man in the photo. Okay, here's the proof. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at this picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy. Happy? That was a question. Yeah, that's not really big evidence, but I suppose it kind of says that it was most likely Powers. Let's have a look now. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. And I don't need the sound of Wendy Oldbag squealing to be in my head. I never ever say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run through the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. We will press on that if I can